Hi guys, it's been a while. So quickly I want to look at the Copa Queens. I think they've played some matches under coach Nora from the time that she came, and also more recently over the weekend and getting into this week. But I want to look at three things. Number one being the change of the DNA in a team and what that means. Number two, I want to also look at why she's playing some players out of position, and also just how the picture looks like going forward, that being number three. So number one, what is happening, I think, is the coach is trying to change the DNA of the team. The team has been known to play in a particular way, the players have known to play in a particular way, and now they're being asked to play in a different way. That is like changing the DNA. Now on the scientific part, as you may know, you may possibly change the nucleotides to alter someone's DNA, but we all know that that's not a very simple undertaking, and so you can actually liken that to what is happening in the team. The team were more designed, or have been previously designed, to play what you would call maybe direct football, if you like, 2-3 passes from the back, then the ball goes up, then try and get the second ball, just go in the channel and score. But then at the moment the team is trying to play a possession kind of football from the back. They're trying to build up through the thirds, and also trying to get a certain level of comfort on the ball. Now that in itself tells you that there's a DNA change that is trying to be done by the coach. Like we said, it's not really a very easy undertaking, but like we've said on this platform before, it's a process, and also in the process, unfortunately, there's going to be pain. There's a part where you have to endure the pain in the process, but then the fruits that come thereafter are beautiful. The only constant at this point could be maybe time, when you look at how close the WAFCON is, and that is why you get the thought that she needs to be helped a bit more in terms of a few competitive matches, if you like, before the tournament starts, because you can only get better at something by doing it more, and so the team can only get better at the kind of play they want to do. The team can only get better by playing more, and so you'll be hoping that she gets a few more matches to go with that. And so that is what really is around the DNA. The other thing around the DNA is that for the players, you're also there's a bridge that you're trying to cross in terms of their mental psyche. Like I said earlier, they've known to play in a particular way, and so you're trying to change that way. Also, you must get players to a point where they're actually going to believe that the new way can also work. It even becomes more difficult when you say lose certain matches, but like we always say, progress is not just seen in the actual result or mirrored in the actual result of the match. So I think that is going on, and I think she'll get it right. The team will be okay. So if it were league football, you would say at the stage maybe she's still going what you would call pre-season, or just before you get into the season, and I think she'll get it right and the team will be okay. Number two, why is she playing players out of position? So I'll still say that when you've looked at the backline, I think you've seen maybe 3 players that ordinarily haven't always played as defenders, but you're seeing them in the backline. What does that mean? Well, the fact that they're playing in the backline, first of all, means that they are defenders for that moment. But what does that really mean? Earlier on, I mentioned, or I spoke about changing the DNA of the team. Now, when you play players that are ordinarily midfielders or attackers in the backline, what you're trying to get from them as a team is that if you're trying to, say, build up from the back, so you need players that have a certain level of comfort on the ball. You need players that are what you would call press resistant, to a point that even when there's a lot of pressure on them, they are not just hoofing the ball forward. They are comfortable enough that they can play themselves out of the press. They can play themselves out of the blocks that are set by their opponent, and that is one of the major reasons why you would play players out of position, if you like, or attacking players in the backline, or midfield players in the backline, because of the level of comfort that they have on the ball, number one, so they'll be able to move the ball forward accordingly. Number two, because also they are what you call press resistant. Remember, there's so much going on about the press, even in women's football. Now, on the defensive side, the difference generally with men's football and women's football, especially on this side of the globe, is that here you see very little of take-ons in women's football. One-on-one take-ons. Mostly it's about putting the ball in the space, then someone runs to the ball, and then they go ahead and score, or maybe attack. And so it's just about positioning of the same people that are now playing in defense to know where to cut the line, how to break the lines, and things of that sort. So generally, that's the picture around there. Number three, how does the picture look going forward? Look, if the team doesn't get enough friendly matches between now and the time the tournament starts, you could have a bit of a struggle, for example, maybe against a team like Morocco. Yes, we've beaten them in the past before, but remember, we have altered the way that we play, and if the players don't really fully get used to the way that the team wants to play, then we might struggle, say maybe in the first match, but then in the matches that follow we should be okay. But then if we get it right between now and then we should be able to fly in the tournament and do very, very well. So that's what I just wanted to get across, that number one, the team's DNA is changing, and in that change there's going to be it's a process, and in the process you might have to endure some pain, but after the pain, what comes thereafter is beautiful results. Then also the reason why she's maybe playing some players out of position, playing attacking players in defensive positions, and also generally how the picture looks going forward. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, bye bye.